How about them Cowgirls?
I mean, they're down 14 right now. There's a minute 42 left in the game. There's a chance because the refs may try to pull something out of their ass. But no, it's not looking good right now for the Cowboys. Looking excellent for the Lions. Welcome to the Lions 2-minute warning.
Hey,
we're throwing it back.
Some years, baby.
Yeah, year one of Woodward Sports. We called it the 2-minute warning. We didn't do a full watch party. We just went live at 2 minutes of every game.
We did that for a few years. We did that at Brass Rail even.
Yeah, and that's where we were live. Now we are at Gillies, downtown Detroit.
It's packed in here.
The food's been delicious. The drinks have been delicious. And the viewing has been simply magnificent tonight. There's some time left in the game, so we're just going to talk you through these last 2 minutes, and then we're going to get to recapping the best game in Lions history. It has to be, right? Because I was told if this game they didn't win, the whole franchise had to go, right?
Are we still popping tonight?
You know what? We're going to pop some Sun Cruisers tonight.
All right.
That's what we're going to do tonight. Because I definitely, I feel in a celebratory mood.
No doubt.
All week long, Anson.
Ye of little faith.
I went on a little diatribe earlier in the week about New Money Lions fans and how they're bailing on this team too early, putting them in the coffin before it was even time, putting to bed a 7-5 football team.
Bandwagon's still open.
And you know what? Here we are. 44-30. I think the tone around the city about Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, this offensive line, the defensive pressure, because they had 3 sacks in the first half. Now, granted, Dallas figured it out in the second half. They had some big plays, but a busted coverage. But in the end of the day, so far, not enough. Hutch with the spin, trying to pick up a garbage sack. This guy's fast. Turpin's super fast.
Hey, they might have figured it out, but we still extended our lead. Up 11 at half, up 14 now.
That's true. And you know what? The big part of this game, they talked about Quinnen Williams was added. Since they added him, they hadn't allowed a 60-yard rushing game. I think we're a little bit over 60 yards in this game.
A little bit.
Little bit over 60 yards.
We are.
I think Monty on his own is over that.
Yes, he is.
God, I can't wait. There's so much to talk about in this game. 1:32 left. Dak drops back. Hutch almost with a pressure. God.
That got caught?
How many of those almost incompletes have they caught tonight?
That was wild catch. Ferguson, it's number 1 tight end in the land right now.
Is he?
Number 1 or 2.
Okay.
You would know. You're Trey McBride guy.
Yeah, it's Trey McBride. Penalties decline. Who cares, Anzalone? Who cares? There were questionable calls in this game. I mean, we could touch on them, but this is what outplaying the refs means. It doesn't matter about the safety that didn't go your way. It doesn't matter about a couple calls that you thought were questionable. And in the end, that offensive pass interference on Dallas had my jaw dropped and your jaw dropped.
I mean, when you start things off with that safety that it looked like the ball was, there we go.
Is that Muhammad again, his third sack?
With his third of the day.
That is Aiden Hutchinson type.
Unbelievable. But yeah, seeing that early safety called back.
Love you,
saw
Spenny.
some early weird calls and the history between these two teams over the last 10 years. Hey, there's been some games that are basically creating new penalties and new rules because the Lions got screwed. We saw that early on today. But then that call towards the end, that offensive pass interference on a play that literally could have kept this whole game alive. Refs gave the Lions one. First time I've seen it in about 10 years, man.
Yeah, it was nice to finally get one, right? Because that was definitely not offensive pass interference.
Last time we got one was
that's what we're saying. Hutch needs a garbage sack here. He needs to get on the scoreboard.
Spenny back in.
Hit Spenny's mic. Yep, there we go. Interception, DJ Reed. After the worst game of arguably his career, dude picks off the ball. Dak Prescott. Oh, he's okay. He's fine. Okay. Oh, he's fine. Look at, they're hyping him up. He's just laying there. He's about to do snow angels. He's good.
They're throwing the DeAndre Fluellen.
It's Ryan Flournoy. Oh, they're just picking him up like the girl in a shower.
They don't even want. They don't even want to let the fans know whether he's hurt or not.
Punch out by. Wow. Is that Starling Thomas?
Listen, DJ Reed.
Look at the concentration.
Two hands into the body. That's a pick.
Oh,
that's a pick.
I think it's a pick.
regardless of it being a pick or not, DJ Reed showed up early and often today.
No, he did not. He got fucking smoked in this game, dude.
Yeah, he got burnt. I don't know what you were watching, Anson, bro.
You must have been driving when that was going on.
He got burned on the one play.
No, on like 8 plays.
I mean, I saw the one where it looked like
I told you, like a girl in the shower. Like
DJ Reed thought he had some coverage over the top on that one.
It was a blessing from God when DJ Reed.
Dude, DJ Reed made so many plays today.
Victory formation.
So many plays today.
Victory formation. 1 minute left. 31 seconds on the play clock. Darren effing McCarty, a winner, a champion, understands. You know what? Darren and I had a moment before we went on the air, and I said a lot of these fans don't understand. Sometimes you gotta lose to win.
Oh yeah.
And this is where the panic should never set in for if you're a true fan of this team. This is where your team will reward you in the end, because we know what these guys are. You know, it would be one thing if they were showing up every week and getting their teeth kicked in and blown out, but they lost a game by 7. They lost another game by a touchdown. And all that means to me is a couple things weren't going right, a couple tweaks. Right. And I equated it to, you know, I know we're in the Motor City, but it's like an engine and the timing. Sometimes you just need a little half turn, and all of a sudden that thing's purring. And tonight the Detroit Lions offense was purring for 4 quarters. I mean, at halftime, I'm like, we're trending to put up 40. No, we put up 44, Anson.
Ah, that's right. That's right. And I mean, we're down here live at Gillies on Woodward, next to the iconic Club Blue. Post-game Woodward Sports here. 3 weeks we've been down here, man.
Time for losers.
Right. The Giants game, though, the Giants game, like, we never felt like we were in it until we won it.
Okay.
And the week before that with Philly, then this week, last week against Green Bay. This crowd, everything down here, Gillies, this was the game that we needed. We watched so many people have cowgirls strike fear into their heart over the last week. You said it. This team, this is what we've come to. But this is what we've come to expect out of this team, is the grit. And what I was offended by this week was, yeah, we can look at injuries, we can look at shortcomings, we can look at defensive, offensive play calls. But the fact is, the fan base overlooked the grit that we've seen from this team. And yet, how many years now have we not gone back-to-back weeks with the loss? The resolve of the Detroit Lions needs to be studied, not doubted.
The Lions need grittier fans.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Raise the bar, SOL fans.
Listen, I put out a post on Woodward Sports earlier this week how I hated half our fan base, and I still stand by that. I still hate half our fan base because you're going to be back in the chat tomorrow. And even tonight saying, I never doubted. I never doubted. Oh, I'm back
Jared Goff, MVP.
But you know what? I don't care. I'm not here to dictate who's on and who's off the Lions bus. We want it packed at all times.
That's right.
So we're happy you're here, but just know we saw you.
Oh, yeah.
You exposed yourself as a fan. So don't act like you supported this 8-5 team when they were 7-5.
You know who you are.
And that's the most ridiculous shit
You know who you are.
in the history of Lions fandom, that you didn't support a 7-5 team.
You know who you are.
So listen, people are going to hate me a lot for pointing this out constantly, but you doubted them. And this is why Brad Holmes knows better than you. This is why Dan Campbell knows better than you. This is why Jared Goff knows better than you. And this is why the entire Lions organization from top to bottom knows what they're doing. Just give them time. Let these guys correct. And like I was explaining earlier on Big D Energy, shout out Darren McCarty that's sitting right next to me.
Legend.
Sometimes in a course of a game, it takes you a quarter to make a correction. Sometimes it takes a half to make a correction. Now, move out, we're looking at a season.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes 2 games to see something. Sometimes it takes 6 games to see something. The Lions, to a T, everybody at their press conference this week was talking about they had to add a new wrinkle. They had to do something different. And it took them time to learn, okay, our way this year is not working. We need a new way. They found a new way tonight, and that's going to be the way for the next 4 games leading into the playoffs, and then 3 more games to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
this was the start of the Super Bowl run tonight.
I agree. And Calvin Shepard took the he shouldered all the blame this week for what happened. And you saw this team come out completely.
Love you, D-Mac.
Shout out, D-Mac, my man.
See you, Mac.
You saw this team come out with a very creative offense compared to what we've seen, but even more so creative defensively. And I want to come back to something you said about adjusting throughout the game, throughout the season. It's also a yearly adjustment when you find a group of guys that you're going to take to a championship. We saw it with the Bad Boys. We saw it with the Pistons of 04. We saw it with the Red Wings. We saw it with every championship team that's been here. It takes some years of taking your losses, figuring out how to win, figuring out how to rise above. And everyone, like you said, on a 7-5 Lions
That's
team
what's so bizarre
was
to me.
just selling this squad out, man.
Brad Holmes doesn't know what he's doing. He didn't give this team enough
Man,
depth.
they were calling for firing
Muhammad
him.
had 3 sacks tonight, you fucking morons.
We were good tonight.
Like, get the hell out of here. Like, so I'm not going to go that hard because you know what? The other half of the fan base, you're the people I love. You're the reason we started Woodward Sports. You're the reason I want to sit down in a bar at Gillies, downtown Detroit, and have a beer with you because you're like me. You've been through the shit. You've been through the gutter, and when you're finally getting rewarded, you're not going to turn your back on people that have delivered you the best 3-year stretch in Lions football history.
Fucking amen
So,
to that.
you know what? I'm done with the people that are stupid. I'm done talking to you. We're only talking to the smart people, and that's you watching right now. Because the other half is 2 in their shell, 2 in their mom's basement to admit they were wrong and come up and say they're in the chat.
Tonight.
So thank you, fans that believed. Ford Field was rocking tonight. People were in there loud as hell. And to the Lions' credit, they gave them something to be loud as hell about.
Yeah, and you know, let's talk about that opening drive because we were together. And we hadn't been to, last week we were together at Ford Field, and you and I hadn't been to a game in 7+ years for both of us. And
you can never go again.
But the crowd, right? The crowd never got into that one, Justin. Like there was
we were at
times
Thanksgiving
where you just were like, "Come on, get up, let's get up," and they just never really got into it. Opening drive today. All right,
hold on. Let me hit the super chat before it disappears. I wanted to win to show that the grit thing is real. This isn't a word, a mantra. It's a mentality. It's one win, but let's go. It's go time now. The time is now. After Green Bay, I wanted to see the grit I hear about. I ain't say that with the $20 super chat. And as always, get your super chats in and we'll read them right away. But Answer, get back to your point.
But do you want to find that? Well, I'm gonna double down on that. Do you want to find that momentum in Week 8? Or do you want to find it in Week 14?
Right.
Because last year the Lions hit their stride mid-season.
No, the Lions had their stride all season.
Well, no, but they hit their stride
15-2.
mid-season, and then they got injured. And it was fool's gold. We left that win in Week 18 over Minnesota riding so high, but we weren't cognizant of what was actually happening with that team. What this team has had is a target on their back all season with a first place #1 seed schedule all year, and they've had to overcome that. Now where they're sitting right now, they seem, again, it's only 1 week, but they seem to have figured out their offense and their defense. They can ride this momentum into the playoffs and be even higher and just clicking much better than they were last year with a bunch of dead bodies.
And I think you nailed it. Like, would you rather have a 6-game struggle in the middle of the season or at the end of the season leading into the playoffs? I'd rather get the struggle out of the way, have a game like this against America's team. Sorry, I live in America, and that ain't my fucking team, and never was, never has been, never will be. I do not like the Cowboys. I do not like anything about the Cowboys. So please quit
Cowboys.
Please quit telling me they're my
them
team.
Cowgirls?
But at the end of the day, the Lions are now picking up momentum. If they win in LA against, against the
game that everybody said we can't win.
Wait, against the other half's quarterback still, because really, the half that doubts is the same half that hates Jared Goff. right? Like they're the same
It
people.
seems like it's mutually exclusive.
In the Venn
seems like
diagram, they're right in the middle
Yes.
of it, right? Like that's where they live. So if Jared Goff can go into Matthew Stafford's house next week and put foot to ass,
We'd be 3-0 since he left town, right?
then do we get? No, they beat us 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but either way, way to ruin the momentum.
Sorry. I thought we were undefeated against
But
him.
then, hopefully, that half, the hater half, would actually get on board and be like, oh my God, look at the remaining schedule. They got Pittsburgh left. That's a win, right?
Now, I'm the SOL crowd, and I need to see the Super Bowl. But there's a huge difference in seeing this team and expecting and positively framing them into the Super Bowl, and then looking at each and every single week that we have left over and thinking that this team is going to lose. The way that this team started this game off, it was a microcosm of their season, right? Injured St. Brown, maybe doesn't play.
Yeah.
Comes out.
Strong as hell.
Huge catch to start things off. Near sack. Third down to Gibbs on the screen pass. Gets it. And then the red zone sack by James Houston. Of all people,
Yep.
the leading
It was the beginning of a
sacker.
long day.
Well, it seemed like that, right? We get the field goal, and then we come back. What happens on the second play? Thomas Harper, who's been a name that we keep talking about, the leader of the Legion of Hoop, goes down injured, second play of the defense. But the Lions did not let that get them down.
No, they didn't let
came
anything
back
get
and
them down.
They took the lead, and they kept the crowd into this game all game long. And that's what I talked about Monday. It's funny, because I see you on Tuesday echoing my remarks Monday morning, which I got absolutely lynched for. But
Well,
the
that's
crowd
not what you say,
showed
it's
up.
how you say it.
Well, you're better at saying it than I am. But
Let's
the
get to
crowd
some of
showed
these
up.
chats. Combat Legs. Y'all really listened to Easy when he said Dak was that guy? Word of advice. Easy knows a lot about football, but his quarterback evaluation
He is an
by-
awful quarterback evaluator.
It is the lowest thing on the totem
I
pole.
love you, Easy, so much, man. But I've tried to
Stick to
have
offensive
your back.
linemen, bro.
You do not know QBs, man. I don't know what it is.
Stick to offensive linemen, buddy.
I love this because everybody knows what was happening in our chat all week long. Stick was right. Stick, I was told all week that we were cooked. Was I lied to? Stephen David 313. Yeah, you were lied to. But
You were.
But you were lied to by people operating out of fear. And like that's
Bro,
really what it all boils
Fear
down
this
to.
last week.
You'd learn this week who you want in your foxhole when things get rough, right? The people that will step up, the people that know your backs are against the wall at 7-5, and you still want to go hard for them. And
You were a beacon of strength and hope at the fucking network all week long,
I was
bro.
the only one.
And listen,
only one.
I'm not naming names, but there was literally people that would walk into their show bent the fuck out of shape just because he's like, the Lions are gonna win.
Yeah. It threw people off. I mean, Spenny put money on the Cowboys.
We're
He
not
was so
saying names.
convinced.
We're not saying names.
I'm saying names. I got receipts. If you don't want
He
to,
admitted it. He
Yeah.
literally said at the end of the watch party,
Right.
he's like, and he's going to do it against the Rams. And good on him, man. I respect the shit out of it because if you're burning money for Lions victories, that's a real fan.
I will pay for the Lions to win. Period.
Kenny Powers with the $5 super chat. Halftime parlay that hit were all plus money. St. Brown 70 yards, Waymo 50, Tesla 15, Gibbs 70, Monty 60 yards rushing. Odds were plus 4,293.
That's a great hit, man.
That is a great hit, Kenny Powers. Hopefully you're doing it on Caesars Sportsbook. Use code word Woodward1000. Make sure when you sign up for that. LeBron03 with the $5 super chat. I can't stand soft motherfucking fans. Count us out and thinking the draft already. Maz was included in that group this morning. Let's go. Let's fucking go Lions.
No, yeah, Maz was. I was on the morning show with him last week, and once the Lions Man, he was so down on this team.
bro.
Well, here's the problem with Maz. When you're a fan of every team, you're a fan of no team, right? So he's not going to ride or die with anybody.
That's
because
fair.
tomorrow he's going to love the Cowboys if they win. And if they this is how, that's how Maz has floated through his sports existence.
Whoever Micah Parsons is.
Yeah, Micah. Oh, Fred Talkington.
I'm a Packers fan now.
The Giants won this week. I love the Giants.
The Demon.
The helmets. Oh, remember the helmets in the 40s? That's why I love them now. And it's like,
the
okay.
Seahawks, the first logo to wrap around the back. I love that, man.
love Maz, bro.
Blimpy, it's not over. Goff has more work to do. You are 100% right.
Yeah.
And you know what?
We're looking forward to it.
Today, we said it had to be a Jared Goff game.
And it was, man.
Sure.
It was
fucking
pretty much a
was.
Jared Goff game. The stat line's not going to point to that, though. It wasn't a 400-yard, 5-touchdown game. Gibbs did a lot of work on the ground.
It's the nuance, though, of it.
Thank you. I think people are starting to learn what good quarterback play looks like. Like on the Monty touchdown, it was Goff who checked out of the pass because they were blitzing from the corner so they could run up the middle, and they got the touchdown. Like, that's not going to show up on a stat sheet.
It's the reads, too. It was on the play where they ran the under with Gibbs and then J-Mo over the top on the critical third down on the last drive of the game. That was money. And he put it right in the dot, and all those throws were on time, on target, and he wasn't scared. We saw against Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter against the Eagles that he was unwilling to stay in the pocket and make those throws. Today, he stood in the pocket, he stood tall, he took the hits, including the roughing the passer he took as well, but he stood in off his back foot and literally went all the way through the receiver's chest on those throws. He was making great throw after great throw today. It really speaks to how much of a facilitator he is as a quarterback.
And the people hating before the half because of that one pass. I couldn't believe we're up 20-9. They're like, he missed a pass. It was like, okay, whatever. Sideless in the super chat.
But
How about
everyone
them boys? Chance to run the table, am I right? Boy, a lot of receipts tomorrow. Gonna be brutal. I got my receipts. Told y'all they were bums. Sideless, tomorrow you're gonna do the Lord's work for me,
Yeah, no
okay? Call all of them out. They deserve it. If they want to go on the air, put their flag in the ground and say this team isn't good enough, then they need to own that today, tomorrow, and for the rest of the season. Just Ben Wish 02 with the $5 super chat. How about Gibbs and Monty taking the running back duo TD record tonight at 15? Go Lions. Love that. LeBron 03. I've heard doom and gloom all day from everybody. Not me, my man. I fought for 2 hours upstream against all this shit that was rolling downstream, and it was something special.
Ever since the postgame show or the watch party for the Packers, I said we're going to win next week against Dallas. It's a do-or-die game, and then we'll lose back-to-back games, and I've stuck 100 with it.
DJ Analysis in the super chat. Amik is a liability for us. Should Shepard bench him? Honestly, no.
He's a nickelback.
Well, let's be honest. The interception that Barnes got came off of Meek punching it
100%.
out. So he created a turnover
He's
today.
one of the best nickelbacks in the league.
And
he's 5'10".
And the reason our cornerbacks get exposed so much is we run more man coverage than any other team in the league, essentially. So they're going to get exposed from time to time. I won't say DJ Reed had a good game.
I think he did, man.
You didn't watch the game.
I was driving for a while.
You didn't.
I saw the one where he got burnt, and he thought that the coverage was over top. But otherwise, on the ride up, I kept hearing his name. End of the game there, when we needed a big play, he comes up with it. He's only been back in the lineup for a few weeks. I'll take my lumps on DJ Reed.
When CD Lamb was in the game, man, he was burnt
he was
toast.
smoking him.
The one big play, obviously.
A couple of them. I ain't say that. Very Tom Brady-esque game by Goff. Who said that? You said that, sir, and you are very right.
I ain't say that.
Well, wait, I thought you had to be a mobile quarterback to put up 44 points in this league. I was told that. Jester Crew with the $5 super chat. 0 turnovers. Spiking it then necessary. Goff was a killer. Cold, clean, methodical, and thorough.
And protected.
And bam, right there. I mean, even on a play where he missed the throw to J-Mo, he had like 7 seconds to throw that football.
There was a couple of times where he threw a little premature and missed it.
Oh, boy.
And it was like, he kind of looked around. He's like, oh, shit, I had a little more time than that. I had a lot of time today, boys. Thank
well,
you.
I told you, remember, after the Philly game, I'm like, Goff's clock is sped up.
He's taking the offensive line to Black Rock this week.
I think today his clock got reset, and it's back on time.
huge for his psyche.
Right.
And one thing that's got to be said is the way that Cologne has come in here and really been a securing point of this
good to see
center
you, man.
of
Shocking.
the offensive line, which is definitely shocking.
Yeah.
So now the question is asked, because we and Spenny were talking about on the watch party at the end, do you put Glasnow at left guard if he comes back?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you stabilize the center position, you move Glasgow over.
Where
now
he's
Ratledge,
more comfortable anyway.
Exactly. You make a strike.
Miles Frazier looked good today as well.
Shout out Spenny. Been talking him up since day one.
Oh, no, but Brad Holmes didn't draft depth for this team, I was told. Brad Holmes didn't do anything in the 2024 draft. Right? Well, Frazier played today. He started in an NFL fucking football game.
Yep.
But wait, we have no depth. Brad Holmes didn't address the line, Anson.
I'm going to tell you, in 2 years,
Come on.
every time, 2-3 years later, after all the questions and questioning of those draft picks of Brad Holmes, 2-3 years later, everybody's real happy with the guys he drafted.
Let me clean up some of these super chats real quick. LeBron, $2 super chat. I'm dropping names. Spenmo, Easy, Maz,
Yes, sir.
KJ.
Yes, sir.
Think about KG.
etc. P Mills with the $5 super chat. Shout out Mr. Mills. I've known that guy a long time. Met him at a radio promotion a long time ago. And one of the first fans of Woodward Sports, honestly. Supported the network for a long time. So shout out, Paul. Appreciate you. Lions still haven't lost 2 games in a row. Bring the Stafford infection. I'm worried about Branch, but let's go, baby. Yeah, the Branch thing at the end of the game is a
that was
concern.
scary.
Yeah, we need an update on that.
Sideless. I've never seen Goff throw a ball like that. Let's see. Colin P, $5. Miles Frazier looked great finally. Goff looked great. Gibbs and Demo looked great. They all look great. Dude, oh my God. Mishaguna, sorry about if I messed that up. It's like Tom Izzo is our DC, like real man plays real man ball.
Tom Kennedy?
I want to go back to Colin's comment because that's what I said today on Big D Energy. Everybody has to play a solid game. This can't be Penei Sewell misses a block. This can't be J-Mo drops a ball. This can't be Jared Goff turns it over. Everybody had to play to their potential tonight, and I think they did, and that's why we got the win. Just a fan. Stick is always right. Anson must read this chat. Do you read that chat?
God. I've been following this guy for 6 fucking years.
I have a slight
At what time
update
have
on
I
Branch.
told you he's wrong? Have I ever told him you're wrong?
No, what am I, Frady? Oh, man, this is just, it's like a rebirth of the whole season.
Are Frady out there?
Yeah,
What
but
up, buddy?
honestly, it's like a rebirth. I think everybody can now reset the expectations of a Super Bowl and playoffs are all in front of you. You now have a 55% chance of making the playoffs, which means it's in your hands, nobody else's hands. You have a 55%, better than not making it.
Yep.
You had a 41% going into this game.
Which is about 45% better than the majority of the years of our lives as Lions fans.
No, usually we weren't even on the graphic at
For
this
real,
point.
we
were
were
doing
10%
mock
at
drafts.
best,
We were doing
man.
mock drafts at this time.
We have a slight injury update on Branch.
Okay.
Nothing official and conclusive yet, but it is rumored that he has some type of high ankle sprain type of thing.
Hey.
But it is believed to be not that serious. So hopefully that is the correct report.
2-3 weeks maybe? Might be all right.
Hopefully 10 days.
Combat.
I like that. I like that.
Hopefully
Justin.
10 days.
Combat Leg Viz. Stop talking Super Bowl. Take it one game at a time. Listen, man.
Have we said Super Bowl?
I
here?
did. Yeah, you're damn right I did. Super Bowl or bust is what everybody holds this team a standard
True
to.
that.
Exactly.
Is the Super Bowl back in play?
Yes. It was
What-
always in play. What the fuck?
Well, no, it wasn't. This team was going to be shut down, but that's what I'm saying.
I've never once admitted that this team was not a Super Bowl team.
I don't know. You were a little
Go check the
hesitant
tape.
Monday morning, bud.
I was, but I never wavered.
I took so much shit for holding this team up Monday morning. You
Yeah, you
didn't
did.
back me.
Hey,
You didn't back me. You were laughing at the chats.
There was
Read
concerns.
chats that came in
There
your
were
text.
concerns. There were concerns.
Yeah, well, shut the fuck up,
I
concern.
never wavered, but it's okay to have concern.
Oh, my God, 10 degrees.
Can't-
Ugh. That's the ugliest thing I've seen all night.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
my God.
But just look at Dan
I gotta
Campbell.
walk
okay?
a mile
That's a
to my
beautiful
car.
thing.
And Dan Campbell, we were talking about how his demeanor in these press conferences during the week.
They were a
he
little
was
down.
looking like a beaten
Little
dog.
bit.
you can see him now, a little bit more pep in his step.
Yep.
Like, we cleaned some stuff up, man. We got out there, we threw the ball, man.
He
But
looks
honestly,
red as hell, though. Looks like he coached outdoors tonight.
dude, this guy, if you don't think this guy wants to win, if you don't think Brad Holmes wants to win,
How are
easy.
you guys questioning these two?
I don't know. That's what drives me nuts, man.
They're new money fans. Like you said, they like. Do you understand that Justin and Bomber here, their entire Detroit Lions fandom, they had Stafford and Goff. Do you understand how blessed the fuck you are
Well,
if that's your point of perspective?
I mean, the Stafford era was not great.
Yeah, there was nothing
Yeah,
memorable about
what are
the
we doing with
Stafford era.
Stafford?
Okay,
Let's not rewrite what
listen,
Stafford was here in
these
Detroit.
guys,
He
for
sucked.
the entirety of their time being Lions fans, they've had a Hall of Fame quarterback under center.
Oh, Jesus.
He hates that. He hates that so much. But I'm saying Goff's Hall of Famer. So
Yeah.
you like that?
Yeah, he is.
I know.
Yes. Listen, anybody who can elevate the Lions and get them double the playoff wins in 3 years than they had in their entire history.
real?
Nobody has ever taken the Lions like Goff has. So,
Listen to that, Easy.
yeah, facts is facts. But I'm not going to get into the negative stuff. Let's talk about.
St. Brown being
Okay, let's talk about St. Brown.
A
I was
healthy
gonna go Jack
decoy
Campbell.
today.
No, healthy decoy.
A healthy decoy. Let
What were his stats?
But no.
Bro, he put over 75 yards on the board.
Stop it. Let me explain, okay?
Okay.
He was not the focal point of the offense.
I think he had 100 yards.
He was healthy to make moves. The guy that was the focal point of the passing game was J-Mo for a second week in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And what I saw out of J-Mo was yet another week out of growth that, when this guy got extended, people are talking about he's not a number one, he can only run so many routes. We're seeing the birth of the J-Mo of the future. The guy that we drafted that so many people have been debating whether he could be a number one or not. He was the number one of this team last week and today.
Yeah.
Despite St. Brown's numbers. And again, a healthy decoy. A guy that started us off on the first drive.
How many yards did he have?
No, he was great.
J-Mo?
Listen,
No,
stop
St.
fucking
Brown.
arguing with me.
92, and they both had 9 targets.
Semantics. Let's be
Dude,
semantic warriors.
you can't say he had 9 targets and was a decoy.
He was a healthy fucking decoy. What I'm saying is James. Who was the number one today?
What are we doing?
Who was the number one?
They
both had equal targets.
Even. They both had 9 targets
Who was
and
the
almost had
number
over
one?
90 yards.
Who was the number one in the game
All
plan
right, let's
today?
get to these super chats.
No,
Let's get to these super
fuck
chats.
you both.
They're
you
paying
fucking
money.
little cacklers. Who the fuck was schemed as the
You're
number
calling
one
a
wide
guy
receiver
a decoy
today?
who had 9 receptions, bro.
And I said a healthy decoy. Let me explain, but you two want to cackle. Who was the number one wide receiver in the offense today? Was it J-Mo or St. Brown? Who was
I think
running
J-Mo had more yards.
Who was
than
running
J-Mo,
the X
yeah.
routes today?
They were both running complete route trees.
Y'all weren't fucking paying attention.
I was, because just the same amount of
No,
time.
you weren't. You were getting fucking high, dog.
Bruh,
You were getting high as shit.
That's such a cop-out. That's literally the biggest
I was
cop-out
getting
ever.
high, and I saw 9.
Watch the routes run by
I
J-Mo
will,
tomorrow.
because Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown both
I know.
equally
Yeah,
played in
baby.
the slot and on the outside.
J-Mo moved around the lineup
gives a
like he did
shit?
last week more than, because when you guys chirp and fucking little young man gets all fucking giggly, like, listen, dude, I said it up front. He's a healthy fucking decoy. A guy
But he's
that
not
the
a
Cowboys.
decoy. If he
that
has
the
9
Cowboys-
receptions,
Oh,
he's
my
not
God.
a decoy. That's all we're saying,
And
Manson.
yeah, and all I'm saying up front was a fucking healthy decoy, where the whole game plan went around J-Mo.
We gotta get to
that
these
was the number
super
one.
chats.
You
Yeah,
guys
baby.
are so dumb some
guys-
days, man.
Appreciate you, man. Let's go Lions. All right, let's get to some of
Desperate
these.
to be fucking right.
You're a healthy decoy. Let's go. Goff balled out today from LeBron. 1 TD, but 300 yards. A field general. One playoff game at a time, boys. That's all that's left of us. And that's right. We're in playoff mode the rest of the season. Michiguna said that. Just some guy outdoors with the $5 super chat. Best part of the game was Dan Campbell calling for a turnover right before the interception at halftime. It was like the Texans game last year. I didn't hear the audio of that, but I love that happened for Dan.
You mean a game that people left at halftime. Like, people leaving the bar, didn't want to watch. We were done.
Kyle McKay. I saw a lot of SOL at this network. I'm glad they can all sleep well with their teddy bears and tampons
Like
tonight.
79% of the fucking network were bitches.
It's embarrassing sometimes, man. And I even quote tweeted Easy. I was like, dude, these takes on our network is so embarrassing.
It's
And
tough,
his take
man.
was Brad Holmes doesn't want to win as much as Howie Roseman. It's like, it's one thing to judge that, hey, he hasn't drafted as well, but to judge a guy's character and will to win, that is like that's such hack journalism. It's ridiculous. Say it ain't that with the $20 super chat. This is how I know all you golf haters don't know ball. Go back to his Cal days. The dude was slinging the pill. It was what he does. He just got back, got to the league. When we got him, I knew it was special somehow.
Keep him upright, and he's a fucking surgeon.
Yep. The praying mailman. Shout out to everybody at Woodward Sports. I'm so grateful for you guys, the hard work you do. We won. We're back bowl. Go Lions. Jester Crew. My son is new money fan. 3 with a Sewell jersey. Listen. We always used to say we couldn't believe our fathers made us Lions fans. It was almost like abuse. Now, if you're a dad, you got to be proud to put that Sewell jersey on your son.
My grandpa used to try and talk me out of being a Lions fan, and my dad would bring me back.
What are you doing, Root?
Shout out
They'll
D-Dubs.
never win.
Shout out D-Dubs.
Michiguna again, 1 playoff game at a time. I got that one. We need to remember this team won 15 games with next man up last season. We had 10-plus starters injured. Lions are very much alive. Paul Mills, $5. Okay, last super chat from LeBron. St. Brown is a fucking dog.
I don't believe you, LeBron. I know you're coming back.
Colin P, $5 super chat. Goff is a leader at quarterback. We slithered with the Snakes and soared with the Eagles. Who's there winning games? Jared effing Goff. Randall Smalls with the $5 super chat. When did y'all sign Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the Pistons shirt? Is that talking about me?
No, I'm talking about Anson.
Oh. Let's see. Dylan Byers, I'm proud, but honestly, next game is going to be tough. We know Ben is going to give us a game. It's going to be a tough road. Detroit never down. Great win. Great show today. We appreciate that. Say it ain't that. I love Woodward. I have Wood. Congratulations. Listen, after that performance.
How could you not?
I mean, I think we're all going to take care of ourselves tonight. Michiguna stick is a Nuga. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And there we go. Stop acting like Goff was balling, dude.
How many interceptions did he throw today?
0.
How many did Dak throw?
2
at least.
2.
Yep.
Let's see. Bill Orzeszkow, or I'm sorry I messed up your last name. Stick, I respect you, bro. You kept the faith over these guys who just flow in and win when they crash out when we lose. And that's it, man. We're all here for the long haul. We're here to enjoy the ride. Like, I enjoyed the pressure going into this game tonight. I enjoyed my heart racing.
I did too.
Being nervous about it. Like, this is what being a fan is all about. Now, when they win, it makes it a lot more fun.
I enjoyed being told all week that Dak Prescott was the superior quarterback. Is that what happened?
I don't know, because we had a busted-up secondary.
Was
and he didn't
I lied
do a damn
to?
thing. Matthew Burke with the $10 super chat.
What up, Burke?
So we
Matthew,
know.
I know Matt.
So we know we needed to win 1 to keep in the playoffs alive. Do we have to win against LA, or will be okay to drop that 1? What do you think about our chances in LA?
If that's the only game we lose, we're 11-5.
11-6.
Or 11-6, yeah. Otherwise, we're 12-5. And either one, I mean, there's only been one team in the last 20 years that's missed the playoffs at 10-7.
I would say they're in the driver's seat now to where they can drop the game to LA, but then that makes the game against the Bears, the last game of the season, the most important game.
So much for a maintenance day.
If you win the game against LA, that Bears game is less important.
Yeah,
so,
but
you can drop one of those 2 games. You cannot drop both.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, man. As much as I'd love to get the win over Stafford, and as much as I was wrong about being undefeated against them, we're 2-1 or 3-1. To end your regular season in a loss on the road in Chicago to Osama Ben Johnson and Catfish Caleb, that's not the taste I want in my mouth going to the playoffs.
No, definitely not. I don't know.
I like Catfish, but no.
Yeah. Well, dude, Do you see like his completion percentage and his miss rate?
Oh,
He misses 14% of wide open wide receivers.
Have you
He's such
seen
a horrible
the teams
throw.
they've beat?
Right.
They have one quality win after that team had to deal with the Lions for 60 minutes.
Aaron Pfeiffer with the super chat. Everyone saying
Shout
the
out
refs
KG.
cost Dallas the game. That'd be the first time in the history of the
That's
NFL.
pussy shit.
Yeah, Misha Nuga, Stick,
That's
and
crazy.
Buddha doing great work on the
Yeah.
post game. Thank you, brothers. We appreciate you too. Let's talk about Jack Campbell.
Oh, man.
The Lions.
Defensive MVP for the Lions this year.
And when he hits you, you are running into a wall. Not only did he have what arguably could have been a safety today against Dak Prescott by a millimeter.
I think they did get the right call.
I do too,
Yeah.
even though I hate to say
I
it.
needed
do
that
too.
third angle to agree. Though.
Honestly, like the ball was just out when the contact was made. So whatever.
And
But he gets the sack there. Then he gets the punch out fumble. This guy has only improved. And when you think Jack Campbell now, you're putting him up there.
Top five. Top five middle linebackers in the
Top
league.
two, top uno, if Fred Warner's hurt. Just saying, Fred Warner's hurt right now. I'm with Spenny. He's the best middle linebacker in the entire NFL with Fred Warner hurt.
And the best middle linebacker the Lions have had since Chris Spielman.
Yeah, no.
Period.
And he is the first. He was in rarefied air with Chris Spielman. The Lions PR was blowing out the stats in their Twitter today, glazing Jack Campbell, how he's the only linebacker to go, I believe, over 5 sacks in a season since Chris Spielman as a Lions interior linebacker.
So wild, man. And people walked out when he got drafted.
Oh, man. Like 2 years in a row, we laughed in their faces.
Oh, my
Jameer
God.
Gibbs, then Campbell. And you remember when this kid hit, he's not a Midwest kid, he's an Iowa kid. And he came here and you saw him shell-shocked when he hit training camp.
Yeah,
he was overwhelmed with some of the play calling. You watched him assimilate that first year. The game started to slow down for him. And then all of a sudden, you see what Brad and Dan saw.
Right.
I mean, this kid is, I don't want to say generational, but this kid might go down as the best middle linebacker the Lions have had in the last, shit, I don't want to go back that far, but 50, 60 years.
Or ever.
I was going to say
Just
generic. but yeah.
ever. Just say ever.
For sure.
Because he's already in the top 3 conversation, and he's only 3 years in.
Jack
Yeah,
Campbell
he's
is
a
the
baby.
only linebacker in Lions history to record over 110 tackles in a season and 5 sacks, courtesy of Eric Allen in the Woodward
And that's
Sports
this
Jet.
year?
That is this year.
Wow, so he's got a few games left to play, Justin.
Yes, he does. Fucking insane.
All right, here we go.
Whose Sun Cruiser is
I got to
this?
get to
This
some
mine?
of these. Yeah, that's yours. Smash
Sweet.
it. Jester Crew, I crashed out 6 times tonight, but the Lions weren't the reason. Now run the table and throw both middle fingers at the league and the Bears. I'm with you on that. Kyle McKay, here's $10 to help Spencer after his ridiculous crash outs all week. The Lions aren't the Spartans. The Lions actually win games.
You guys
That's
don't
crazy.
understand.
Sorry.
Like, stick us in 3 days this week, right?
Yeah.
And like-
Ironically, this wasn't planned. You called me Monday. We're like, can you fill in? I was like, yeah, I'll
And
fill in.
all you're doing is just like talking positivity around the team we all love, that we all cover. The reason why Woodward was created. And literally people would leave a conversation with you and go into a show melancholy, upset, because you were optimistic.
I dared question their
How dare
doubts.
you?
What aren't you seeing that I'm seeing? You don't know ball. You're just a Brad bot. You don't get it. Oh, you're just going to stroke off Jared Goff. That's all you're doing. Oh, yeah? Well, who was right and who was wrong?
A beacon of Honolulu
Who was
blue
right?
hope, my friend.
Well, and that's why today I twisted it on the team. Like, listen, guys, I put my ass out here all week long on the internet, right? I like
You
go
put
to
it
my
out there, bro.
Go to my Twitter, the heat I've caught on there, the comments, people in my DMs calling me a dumb fuck, all this
for
stuff.
supporting the team
For
that
being-
they supposedly love.
For supporting a 7-5 football team with their future in front of them.
Yeah, bro,
And-
5 years ago,
Oh, my
they would
God.
have begged, borrowed, and pleaded, dealed, whatever, to be 7-5.
Just
Oh, no,
absolute-
wait. We're 8-5.
Yeah, we're 8-5 now. So yeah, there was a lot of crash out. I can't wait to see the apology tour tomorrow on Woodward Sports. It starts with Sean Baligan and Maz in the morning, then goes Big D Energy with Neil Rule, Mr.
sir.
Don't Kick Field Goals, and Terry Foster.
I was told.
I was told.
Neil didn't believe?
It was
Neil was
50-50.
cautiously optimistic.
I'm
I
not
would
calling
say.
him out. He told me that they'd win today 30-27. So.
Okay. And then, of course, it goes on into Braylon and Shep. And then, of course, the heavyweights
Oh, they
following
were
that up.
hating for hella, bro. I was on that show, and they were talking choppy, bro.
Because being a negative fan is the easiest thing to do in life. And honestly, I think it's for the I think those fans are so emotionally weak, they have to hedge their emotional bets and like convince themselves they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. I'm already prepared for it. I know it's because if they go into the game expecting a win and they're actually positive and it doesn't happen, it hurts them more.
All right,
and
so-
that's that. I just think they're weak fans in
So
that
if you're
aspect.
taking notes at home, when you wake up, give Sean and Maz shit.
Yes.
All right? Mild free pass for Neil and Terry. No, give Terry hell.
Can we just start a Stickers Rights
give it
campaign
hard.
tomorrow?
Give it big time to Braylon and Shep. And then, yes, make sure Easy and Spenny are reminded of how soft they were all damn week.
Yeah, and let's do it. Tomorrow in the chat, I just want to see Stick was right a bunch.
Yes.
Just troll these motherfuckers with Stick was right on every single show. Stick was right. Stick was
All
right.
day.
You doubted Stick was right.
I'm
You
jumping in
doubted
there.
Stick was right. And just beat them over the head.
It was tough coming into work this week. Tomorrow's going to be fun.
Oh, dude. I ain't say that. Want to know the truth? Win them all. Simple. But in a much more real way harder. Yes, it is way harder to win them all. South Florida Lion 9-7. Oh, and let's do this. Where are you watching from right now? We'd love to check
I
in
love
with
that.
you.
Yeah.
Want to know where you're watching. Is it Florida? Is it Afghanistan? Is it Zimbabwe? Who knows?
Singapore.
We have people from all over the world watching, all over the country. Lions fans, you have spread amongst this mighty nation and the globe. We want to know where you're watching, so check in on our social media right now. Anybody who doubts this team again should get the hell out of Detroit. This game is what this team is all about. You know what? I agree with you, but next week if they lose to Patty Matty, they're going to be back off the bandwagon. Like, it's such a fickle fan
Ooh,
base.
Dubai.
Yes.
Misawana, Japan.
They all over the place, baby.
Mishanuga, who would rather have Carter
Kazakhstan.
now?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Jack Campbell is talking about that. Let's see,
Virginia,
Carter.
Arizona, Richmond. Shout out to all you guys,
How
man.
many touchdowns did Jahmyr Gibbs have today? 2? Or just one?
One.
2.
2?
He had 2.
Yeah, he had 2. He had the 2 on the goal line.
And
yeah.
he had 3 vicious stiff arms and 3 broken fucking ankles today.
Bro, he
I
was
can't believe
on
we haven't
one
mentioned
today.
that yet. I can't believe we haven't mentioned it. He had 3 like all-time highlight reels, stopping the
Bro, he
ground, putting people like
And all pro.
and one mixtape shit.
Yeah.
For real.
Like, that's what Jahmyr Gibbs does when
Fucking
he's
professor out there
and
today.
one just crossing motherfuckers.
Literally had him looking frail old man, like collapsing over, trying to bend over to grab his whatever he's trying to get.
All right, so do you remember the double screen where they faked it to the left
Yeah.
and then they went to the right
And
to
then-
JMO, but it was
and
a
then
penalty and they
yep.
blew it? I want to see that play develop. We're going to see that play again
We'll see it
before the
again.
end of the season.
Yep.
I'm glad that it didn't fully get to take root because that's going to barely get on the videotape on some opposing teams. But I'm going to tell you right now, that game or that play that we got cheated off of, you and I both stood out of our seats at that moment. We were like, oh, I wanted to see that. We're going to see that play at some point.
We will. All right, I just want to read off some of these cities because this is so cool. New Mexico, San Antonio, Long Island, Kansas City, Dubai, New Baltimore, Japan, Los Angeles, Richmond, Beirut, Spokane, Washington, Kansas City, Flint Town, Jacksonville, Kazakhstan,
Gibbs had
Grand
3 tutties.
Rapids. He had 3. Did he have one in the air? Is that why? Lansing, Arizona, Saginaw. Oh, shout out Steve Robertson. Love you, buddy. Virginia, Texas, Four Corners, New Mexico, Canton, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Indianapolis, California, Saginaw. So all over the world.
All
Thank
3
you.
on the ground.
Thank you guys for being a part of the Lions fandom, and thank you for being a part of Woodward Sports. Jester Crew, 10 years ago, I would have dragged my butts through a mile of broken glass in Afghanistan for 2 seasons like this.
Exactly!
And I was in Afghanistan.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
appreciate your
sincerely.
service. Unless you were over there for
Thank you
business.
for your service,
appreciate
brother.
your business, too.
Yeah,
Rando Smalls, this is a new generation of Lions fans. They're like the hot girl who knows she's hot, but doesn't understand why everybody doesn't want her. And I do think it's just an impatient They haven't seen the road. They don't really study like teams, how they got to be successful. They just think, oh, like it's like influencers. They think, oh, they just started a Facebook page and they make millions of dollars. It's like, no, not everybody can be Mr. Beast. You know?
Do you think, fans at home, do you guys think that the Lions like are immune to your comments? Do you think they don't hear them? They don't see them? They don't care about them? You understand what Dan and Brad have brought here is what you prayed for your entire life, whether you're 25 or you're 65. And when you give up hope the way we watch, not just our city, but our own
network,
co-workers.
Our network, supposedly fans.
Give up hope this like we had a poll go up on what was it, Monday? Who's the biggest fan at the network? A fucking joke. These people claiming this shit.
They're not fans.
Come on, man.
They're not fans.
It's mind-blowing to me when you look in arrears at what we've been and what we are now. Like, these guys leave it out of the field. They haven't lost 2 games in a row in 3 fucking years.
So why would you start doubting them today? Like, that's what I gotta ask. Chattanooga again with the $9.99 super chat. Question from Chattanooga: does Dan take off his shirt and flex in the locker room like Benedict?
Oh man,
I don't think so, man.
He ripped through that fucking shirt like Hulk. He ain't got to take it off.
I was champion Dan Campbell checking in at tight end at some point in this game, since we're down every single tight end we have, which is
that.
Oh, dude,
how have I not heard that all week?
Oh, could you imagine the player coach Dan Campbell in pads on the sideline calling the game?
Oh man, I remember Bill Russell, even Will Chamberlain, the NBA as player coaches, but Dan Campbell,
that first NFL player coach on the sidelines with shoulder pads on. Give me a helmet. I'm in there.
I love
Goal
it.
line situation.
He's good for at least 1 touchdown.
He could make solid contact with somebody. He could seal a block, right? I mean, if you're going to throw the ball to Dan Skipper, what the hell was that play? Did you see that play?
Oh, yeah. What Dan, well, so they kept him out. He was supposed to come back in.
Right.
And from what I heard on the radio, he was motioned to stay out there because he wasn't covered.
Right. And then he started coming in.
He was expected to get the ball.
No, and Goff rifled that thing at him and hit him right in the
And then you watch him to the sideline, and Skip is just pissed.
Oh, dude, irate.
He's like, damn it, I wanted that ball.
Oh, see, I thought he was irate. Like, why the fuck would you even throw that to me?
because he had a nickelback at his ankles. He's like, I don't know. I would have crushed him.
Pastor Naderade TTV, MCDC's game management better get some love. Yeah, at the end of the game, especially at the end of the half, they had 40 seconds left and were able to kick that field goal.
Man, terrible use of timeouts.
Honestly, me and Spenny disagreed with his use of timeouts, but it ended up being the correct thing.
I was being sarcastic.
No, I know.
I thought he did great.
Well, no, but like there
was...
You
were upset?
Not upset when there was, I think it was like 20...
And they wasted 14 seconds by
No.
Yeah.
Wait. When there was 27 seconds left, they had an opportunity to either call a timeout or spike the ball. They did neither, right? They ran a play. That's when St. Brown caught the out route with 14 seconds left.
And it cost them 14 seconds off the clock.
But they still had the timeout to be able to use the entirety of the field, which opened up the middle. They didn't end up using the timeout, but it gave you the ability to run a seam route. And so I like that they kept it, even though I was like, call it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't, because then it opened up the field more.
Yeah. They kept fighting like Ben Johnson fights, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was so impressed. Whether I was watching the first half, whether I was driving, listening in, this whole game, the things that all of our fans were indicting this franchise, from the quarterback to the general manager, I felt like every single person in Allen Park heard the comments all week from wherever they came, and every single person stood up, and absolutely responded to those.
Yeah, I addressed that this week when I was filling in for DMAC on Big D Energy. I was like, you guys don't think that Brad Holmes hears this shit? And they're like, no, Brad Holmes. I'm like, really? Brad Holmes, the guy that literally singled out reporters and pulled receipts on them. No, not that. Remember 2 years ago?
Oh,
when, he kept pulling reporters' articles?
Yep.
Like, didn't you say that I couldn't draft? Didn't you? If you're telling me Brad Holmes doesn't have his ears up.
He's a lot more of a human being than we realize. Like,
they all are human beings, and that's the thing. Like, that's what drives me nuts. Brad Holmes has delivered you the greatest thing you've ever experienced in a Lions uniform, and literally he has to hear people doubting him. Like, I couldn't imagine the pride I took for this city and what I gave them to only hear about people bitching. Now, I know that's only half the population doing that, right? It's not every Lions fan. But if I do something for you and you don't appreciate it because it's not going exactly the way you want it, get the fuck out of my stadium.
For real. And I don't want to even say this. I don't even want to put it out there.
Well,
but
you're gonna.
Dan and Brad could win 10 games a year plus for the next 10 years. And if they don't win a Super Bowl, people will call for their heads season after season.
And I know. And that's it. Well, it's Super Bowl or bust, right?
But remember when we
want to win a Super Bowl?
But you remember when Lions fans, I just want to be relevant.
Man, Gibbs'
I
girl
just want to
got a
make the
game ball.
playoffs.
You see that?
Wait, what?
Gibbs gave his girl a game ball.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Maz.
I think Dan is evolving. This game felt like it from I Ain't Say That. Michiguna, Anson, I've watched you grow out of your SOL to speaking facts. It has been fun to watch Anson grow, hasn't it?
It really has. I told them at the beginning of the year, you are on an arc, my brother.
Yeah.
You are on a redemption arc like no other.
Oh, yeah. Coming from all the fucking guys at our network that want to give me shit for being SOL, but we're SOL all fucking week. Where were you guys at on
Talk
Monday?
to 'em.
Where were you guys
Talk
all
to
at
'em.
on Monday when I told you to fucking stand the fuck up and realize that this team at 7-5, not 8-5 right now, but 7-5 earlier this morning is everything we ever fucking begged and prayed for as Lions fans. People calling for Brad Holmes' job? Are you fucking nuts?
I will give you all that, but you were being slightly ignorant on Monday. You were not admitting the flaws that this team had been showing over the last couple games, and you weren't letting us have a legitimate conversation. But you deserve the credit because you stood on business and you told everyone what was up, and you were right. At the end of the day, you were right.
I appreciate it.
And just know, out of all those concerns, I still was riding for them, and I still said they were going to be a playoff team, and no team wants to see
You're a
them.
negative Nancy, but I know you love your team and want them to win all the fucking time, Justin. So I ain't question you on that, dog.
No, but I still said, though, this is still a playoff team, even after they lost on Thanksgiving.
Dude, the fact that people thought they weren't going to be in the playoffs
It's
is
insane
crazy
to me,
me,
bro. It
man.
literally is.
Like, have you guys not been watching the resolve of this team for the last 4 years? This team went 1-6. Oh, and then what they do after that? They went 8-2. And ever since then, I believe they're 47-14? Like, our whole lives we would have prayed for 47-14.
Eric Allen Gibbs gave his girl his third touchdown ball, which was the tying ball with Barry Sanders.
So he did have 3 today.
45 for the most TDs with a player prior to turning 24. He's going to break the record and get 50.
Oh, my God.
Rando Smalls with the super chat. Never too high, never too low. Don't worry. And that's it, man. Just, like, quit acting like emotion. Like, I mean, you know who acts on emotions, right?
Yes.
The microwave.
There we go. Steve Robertson, $4.99 super chat. I'm going to be honest. I caught myself slipping this week. I stopped expecting a win. I almost forgot the
not
brand.
you, Steve.
Bro, Steve,
I almost
come
forgot
on.
the
Dude,
brand.
you've been riding that for years.
Goddamn shit. I almost forgot. It's the brand new Lions. God, let me read the damn thing.
You took a big breath like you were done. I'm like, Steve would have broken my heart if he gave up.
Yeah.
He's been riding with us 5+ years, man.
Trader, Red Wings lost for a Lions dub any day.
Oh, all day. But Steve, what I think you got caught up in is everybody else's bullshit. Because I know you, Steve. You flew up here to watch the watch party against Washington with us at Gillies last year. Like, you're a super fan. You're a real deal. We've been contacting you from Arizona. You sent us videos that go to games there. Like, I know you. What this was a psyop by Detroit sports media to get you to, like, disregard everything the Lions have done over the past 3 years. And I'm seriously starting to think there was a conspiracy going behind my back at the network where every show was like, let's put in the prep doubt. Let's put in the prep fear. Let's put in the prep they can't get it done. Let's put in the prep Brad Holmes isn't good enough.
Sure felt like that.
Like, every show, it got sucked into this black hole of doubt. And you know what? Thank God the 52 men in that locker room aren't like any of these other people that got sucked
They're
into
not
this
soft,
negativity.
man.
So, Steve, it's not your fault. You were brainwashed on a psyop by Detroit sports media with nothing but doubt and chaos instead of hold the line, hold the line, hold the line.
7 weeks ago, everyone was celebrating this team being number one in the power rankings. We're the best team. We're going to win the Super Bowl. 3 weeks ago, we were questioning this team's run game. 2 weeks ago, we were saying Jahmyr Gibbs is better than Barry Sanders. Last week, we're out of the playoffs.
Right.
Now this week, Lions fan, calm down. It's a body of work. I get you're a beaten lover, and I get you don't know how to be loved. But have patience. Have some damn faith, man. This week, I got to be honest with you, man. Like, it was hard to stand up to people at the network.
Never.
It was hard to stand up to the national narrative. But, like, what the fuck else do we have but unity as Lions fans? We had it when we were 0-16. We sold the Silverdome out.
That's what blows.
Why are you all fucking leaving now?
That's what blows my mind. When we're 0-16, we're such a united fan base.
For real.
When we're 8-5, we're divided.
It's crazy.
It's the most. It's like it's a bizarro world.
It's crazy.
And I never thought it existed, and that's what drives me nuts. Like I really thought when the Lions were a winning organization, it was going to be an even bigger party. Not what it is, and just strife and arguments, and this guy's not good enough, and I can't appreciate. Like it's so bizarre to me. So I'm glad we got the people in the
looks
chat.
like Saturday Night Live, though, doesn't it?
Cash Patel, shout out. Michinuga, Anson pulled a Rogers, just relax. Torinator with the $20 super chat, thank you for that. I know both of you were optimistic, but I think Neil was most optimistic this week.
He was one of the three.
Let me get through the goddamn super chat.
Bro, he's gonna swing at you next time, man.
All I said was one of the three.
But, like, I gotta read a sentence, right? Let me get through a chat. All right. Even though his equation made no sense, he didn't give an inch all week as far as how many points he thought the Lions could potentially make. All right, there you go. Now comment.
Nice, one of the three.
Lactating Turtle. First of all, great names. The Lions are so ass, man.
Ass or abs?
As.
It's ass, but it's like
with two Z's.
Yeah, as.
What was his name?
Something about a turtle. I ain't say that. I'm gonna be so hungover tomorrow. Let's fucking go. Love that. South Florida Lion 97. This is my favorite show after a Lions win. Nobody else I'd want to watch at 12:30. Anybody who doubted this team needs to get the fuck out of Detroit. Michinuga. When we're down, Big Roy Williams pulls a JMO.
Roy Williams.
What, with the first down signal when we're down 40 points?
I never got mad at Roy for that shit. Even when we were terrible.
I hated it. With
Bro, we had nothing but a first down. That was all we had going for us.
That's why it was pathetic.
And all the draft picks.
Every other team celebrated touchdowns.
Every
other team celebrated touchdowns. We celebrated first downs. That was an embarrassing point to be a franchise. And we haven't talked about Cunningham and quarterback. Who the hell was that?
I believe it was Malik Cunningham, wasn't it?
Number 80. Took a snap at quarterback.
I'll look it up, but I believe it was Malik Cunningham.
When?
During the
In the
fucking
second
football
quarter,
game.
bro.
Did you watch this game?
I drove here during the second quarter. I had to drive.
DJ Reed had a good game. Amon-Ra was a healthy scratch.
You two fucking pylons, I swear.
No, who is this kid?
Malik Cunningham.
looking
He
it
used
up.
to be a Patriot.
Okay.
He
When
came
the hell
from
did he get on the
Louisville.
team?
But he was brought onto the practice squad right before the Ravens game to prepare for Lamar Jackson.
Okay, all right.
But Malik was originally drafted by the Patriots. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
But yeah, I had never seen him on the field.
Malik Cunningham.
I didn't even know we signed him.
All of a sudden, 80 is taking a snap and running around the outside.
I did see him run off. I walked in as that happened.
Yeah, he is our third string wide receiver behind St. Brown.
Because I saw the 80, I was like, that's a wide receiver. Why are they talking about like quarterback?
Because he took a snap. Bigo Crazy with the super chat. Can we give Miles Frazier some love? He looks nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, aside from one false start, he played a good game. And the good news about Frazier, he also played center in college.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty young, too.
But wait a minute, Brad Holmes didn't draft depth.
Honestly, Coyote being out today was a blessing in disguise because it looks like Miles Frazier has a lot more in the tank than Coyote has. Coyote looks like a pylon out there.
Coyote was never designed to be. Miles Frazier got injured. He was
injured for like 10
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that they've seen some trust. They put him out there
I
and he
watched the
crushed it.
tape. I know about Miles Frazier.
How about that block? By
Which one?
Isaac Tesla.
I thought you were talking about when
Money
Hutch
Run.
got blown up.
Well, no. The funny thing was, Spenny
thought it was Skipper.
fucking Skipper.
Yeah, Spenny thought Skipper
destroyed him. He absolutely destroyed him on that play, man. And he caught a touchdown today. Tesla, we saw
Should
a
have
little bit, yeah, for sure. A little bit bigger part of the game plan last week, a big part of it this week. Again, I'll take shit for the healthy decoy, but what we saw was two guys that are supposedly only a second wide receiver and a distant thought third wide receiver step up big today. And we've talked about it, you and I talked about it in basketball terms. When you have some of your main components out in January, February, and you have other guys step up, and then they get to have that cohesion as you go into the playoffs. What you've seen out of J-Mo these last 2 weeks, you guys can murder me for the semantics I use, but J-Mo was put into a different role these last 2 weeks. He had to do more. Same for Tesla. And I think that only behooves this offense going forward.
Yeah, I mean, just keep evolving. And this is what we've seen with every offensive rookie that the Lions have ever drafted. They slow-rolled Gibbs out. That's what they do.
Yes, sir.
So if you expected Tesla to come in and, be all-star first
for 3
8 games.
third-rounders, I can understand why people did, but we got him for 4 years, baby.
But you're not paying attention then. You're not paying attention of what this organization does and how they evolve players. They don't just throw them to the wolves.
Remember when people wanted to get rid of Kirby?
Oh, God. Desert Stallion with the $2 super chat. I got to be honest, before I read this actually pissed me off before the game and almost sent me into
Let's hear it.
I was in a good mood all day. I told you, I'm not stressing this game. I got a good feeling about this game. I was very confident rolling into this game.
I was happy.
Then I see a post on Woodward Sports of Cade Cunningham. Did you see this post about Cade Cunningham?
Actual Cade?
Cade on the field before the game, rooting for the Cowboys.
Oh.
Saying he wanted to. I mean, he is from Texas.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
I get that.
I saw that in the chat.
When you put on the Buffs at draft night, that means you adopted Detroit, and we adopted you.
I thought you understood Detroit.
I thought you knew the assignment when it came to it.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Here. In case you needed a reminder, it's Detroit versus everybody, okay? You're one of us or you're one of them. You got to pick a fucking side now, Cade.
Yeah. This ain't Boston, dog.
And maybe that's why I'm wearing my
Chicago,
Ivy shirt right now, but that's not how we roll here in this
not
city.
fucking at all, man.
So, that kind of, honestly, I didn't concentrate on it because I didn't want to screw up my chi.
We're going to have to push that this week.
But I was like, my God. And
we're going to have to get Cade a motherfucking Honolulu blue jersey. Because he can't show up to one of these games like that again.
Well, you know what? Hope he left with his tail between his legs and understood belt to ass is going to happen every time Dacky Dak shows up.
Hey, much like the Red Wings, he sacrificed a W last night for the Lions today.
So Desert Stallion pointed that out. Cade came to see Dallas and said that they were Super Bowl bound. Fuck them. I'm not going to go as far as say fuck them, but you're on the suspect list.
Yeah, a little bit,
you
man.
are on
First dot I ever had at Cade.
Suspect.
Roji Daly said TK85 showed out. When they switched him on the special teams, he had some big kickoff returns.
He should stay there.
That got us into scoring position or damn near 15 to 20 yards out of scoring position when we needed it the most.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Who was that?
That was, hold on, lost it. Roy G. Daly.
Roy, thank you. Because how many years in a row from the practice squad to the, what do they call that, two-way contract in the NBA, Kennedy has been told over and over again he's not good enough for this team, but we'll keep you on the practice squad. And every damn time he gets a chance, he makes play after play after play. I mean, look at the returns he had today, what he meant to this team last week. Shout out TK.
Yep. Labyrinth with the $4.99 super chat. Wow, Cade messed the fuck up. Yeah, it's just suspect. On a night like tonight when you know the team needs it, and you want Amon-Ra St. Brown at Pistons game rooting for you, right? Like, why would you do that?
We need to get him a number 1 jersey.
Mishanuga, I live in V. Gibbs' hometown area, and let me tell you, it's a blindside story. Look it up. Plus, everyone who played against him says the same thing. He's the fastest person they've ever seen or ever played against. And that stiff arm showed pretty damn strong, too.
There was a play last
He fucked
week.
that dude up.
Dude, there was a play last week where he had 4 defenders about 5 yards away from him at the second level, equally. And the way they all tried to converge on him, he literally bounced to all 4 of them and then shot out of it and looked so much faster than all of them in the process. I don't want to get into the Barry Jameer Gibbs debate, but he keeps having games like he did today, dog.
So it's not only the positive runs that remind me of Barry. He gets negative runs that remind me of Barry too.
Bro,
there's a couple times, but that was always the thing. Barry always led the league in negative rushing.
You know what he
right?
didn't do? He didn't line up wide and come on motion as a slot receiver, though. Shout out Jameer.
Several times this evening, Jameer Gibbs was split out with Montgomery in the backfield. Having those two on the field at the same time unlocks so much with this offense.
It does. And when you have St. Brown as a healthy decoy.
9 targets.
I actually heard a bunch of people on the flagship. Specifically one caller. He's like, I want to see Jameer working as a wide receiver, as a slot, moving around. And we actually saw a lot of that out of him today. And I know you guys gave me shit, but St. Brown was not the focal point of the offense. And I don't think he was for the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, because otherwise I don't know if he gets those 9 catches. But
because there is always a focal point, and it's Jameer Gibbs. And
well, of course.
He gainers the most eyes, and he is the biggest threat at all times. And even when he's not working in the run game, he's working in the pass game, and he was the biggest threat on the Lions offense today, all day today, and he is every single day.
Is this the most dynamic player in the NFL right now, offensively?
Yes.
After what we saw today, because we've been begging for this.
Because there's no player in the NFL that can do what Jameer Gibbs does.
You shouldn't spend first-round capital on a running back, I was told.
My boy.
I was told that was a bad pick.
I gotta bring that
the
video
only
up
other
for us
player
tomorrow.
that's even remotely close is Christian McCaffrey, but you don't see Christian McCaffrey split out on the sideline, playing literal outside wide receiver.
That's a great comp.
Route.
That's a great comp, though. Those when you're taking a guy that just a few years ago, Lions fans were questioning drafting him. If you said he's going to be the next McCaffrey, nobody would have said a damn thing in Detroit.
Who was the wide receiver kicking our ass? That was Ryan Flournoy. he was all over the place.
Not going to lie, I thought he was white until today. That's a super white boy named Flournoy.
That's so funny. Jack Campbell about knocked Ferguson off his block. I mean, Jack Campbell, we talked about him earlier. Hell of a game. Anzalone played a good. Nobody played a bad game. Rock Ya-Sin had his moments. Well, actually, DJ Reed played a bad game. But outside of that, nobody played a bad game.
He came up big at the end.
Listen, he had some nice plays, but he got burnt more than he had stopped.
Well, he's an undersized QB, a CB1.
Listen,
all right,
it's okay.
Without
we
Terry
won 44-30. I'm not cracking on the guy. I'm saying if there's one thing to critique tonight, it would be DJ Reed.
Well, especially without Brian Branch, the secondary is our biggest concern right now.
Some flowers need to be given, though, to the injured guys who, strapped it up today. They've been a grueling stretch of a schedule, and they still, Decker was playing hurt, Sewell was playing hurt. They were gutting through it. You could tell Tate Ratledge was gutting through it as well.
Decker
and they
getting
played
out
great.
wide, bro. Decker moving really well today. That's a great point by you, Justin. There was a lot of injured guys, and headlined by Amon-Ra St. Brown. They sucked it up today, and not only did they get out there, but they all produced.
I couldn't ask for a better game, man. Couldn't ask for a better outcome. Couldn't ask for, this is exactly what the team needed at the exact right time.
And the fan base.
And the fan base, but if they lose to Matty Patty next week, they're all that side will be very loud again. Well, see, told you, now they're going to lose to the Bears and the season's going to be over.
Would you call him Matty Statty?
Matty Patty.
Matty Patty.
Matty Patty.
Right, so Stad Padford.
Yeah. I'm looking forward. I'm going to the game in L.A. next week.
Oh, you are?
Wellington, my best friend.
Oh, shout out Wellington.
He-
I heard about some legendary high school numbers out of that guy.
Wellington's a legend.
Yeah?
Yeah. So he knows someone very high up for the L.A. Rams.
Oh, we're not saying names.
We got tickets in a suite.
You got to behave, is what you're saying.
I was told I got to behave.
I was told.
Anson, I don't plan on ever going back to SoFi. I don't plan on ever.
Can we get a selfie stick on you all game?
I don't ever need to go back to LA for any reason.
I'd expect nothing less.
I will act a fucking fool
I would
if the
expect
Lions
nothing
go
less,
there.
homie.
But they told me like, hey, limited on the Lions gear. Like if you want a hat or something, that's cool. But it's
Can we get some black 313 gear for him? If you make it at home, make it ambiguous. It doesn't look like Honolulu Blue, doesn't look overtly Lions. Let's dress him up, deliver it to the studio. It's in Birmingham. Head us up if you need the info. Anson at Woodward Sports. Let's dress, stick up for LA and the matchup with Stafford. Because this guy, if you guys were tuning in 6 years ago, you know how he feels.
Same way I always felt. Just the guy never fought for the Lions.
No, he didn't.
I never saw him on the field firing up teammates. I never saw him in a press conference actually show emotion.
No.
Like he collected $250 million.
Georgia Smooth.
12 years of my life, and he left.
Yes, he did.
And you know what happened when he left? We got exponentially better.
Yes, we did.
So don't tell me he's better, because we got better when he left.
I know it.
Goodbye, sir. Good day. You get nothing. And the last time
Get some apparel to this man, guys. Get him
God.
ready for LA.
It's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being in LA. I'll try not to embarrass Wellington too much. But the Lions got a chance. Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, if you can hold these two to not an insane day. I mean, they both had decent days, not an insane day. You got to do the same thing next week against Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua.
Well, there's no way they can because CD and Pickens are going to go crazy, and they're going to put up 50 points against the secondary. There's no pass rush. He's going to have all day. So, I mean, honestly, the Lions are fucked.
Mishiguna, praise the Lord for a shy Hall of Fame running back. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs, soft-spoken.
He is
Barry
shy.
Sanders,
It's
soft-spoken.
kind of similar. Flip that ball.
He ain't shy with the baddie he pulled.
But honestly,
shy guys don't pull baddies like that.
Do you remember their opening press conference when they bought Barry in right after they drafted Jahmyr? And
wear
Jahmyr
a
was
ski
just
mask and Boo Them Kids shirt.
oh, dude.
I should wear a Boo Them Kids shirt.
Listen, there's an apparel guy out of Detroit right now that's watching this show.
No, we have Boo Them Kids shirts on our website.
No, I'm saying all blacked out. Put this man in some all blacked out 313 attire that you made. Send him there. Super low key, undercover, and let him just blow that whole damn stadium up.
Shout out Neil Rule in the chat. Gave up 2 touchdowns to the #1 offense in the NFL. Well, wait. We're now the #1 offense in the NFL because they were only leading us by 0.1 points. That sure changed. We get that point back. Shout out Neil Rule. Make sure you're watching Big D Energy tomorrow from 11 to 1.
We asked him today. We asked him what he thought.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of the very few. He said we're going to win.
Oh, God, all week long. The minute I stepped on the mic with Neil on Tuesday, in the comments were like, oh, great, it's Mr. Sunshine and Mr. Positivity all week. And it's like, oh, yeah, it sucks to be happy about my team has a winning record. Well, now you get to be Mr. Sunshine. And how did it feel all week to be pouting your little ass off only to be wrong? You wasted all that negative emotion. You wasted all that stress. You wasted a week of your life worrying when you could have been like me and be like, nah, we're stomping these dudes. And it came true.
The greatest misuse of energy is worry.
That's right. Thank you guys for being a part of the post-game show. We're live at Gillies downtown. If you ever want to watch a game, this is the spot. The huge TVs behind us. The food is amazing. The wait staff is amazing. Alex, the general manager, his beard is amazing. Yeah. Come down here and stroke Alex's beard, okay? Do it for all of us. But the Lions win tonight, 44-30 over the Dallas Cowboys. Belt-to-ass game. Back on track. Rebirth of a season, Anson.
No doubt about it, man. But you know I'm not letting you get out of here without a score prediction.
For next week?
Yes, sir.
It's going to be another shootout. I'll go 37-29 Lions.
Don't ever anybody question this man's fanhood, all right? Period. Justin, where you at?
Man, I mean, I guess I'm 8-5 picking the Lions to win, so why stop now? It's a winning record. I'm going to go Lions. It's going to take a shootout again. I can't lie. 42-35.
Oh, damn. Now, this is a game we can lose, right?
You can. It's just you want that loss in your back pocket when you take on the Bears.
Sure, but they can lose this game, right?
You want to go 4-1 down the stretch, yep.
And back in June, I said we'd lose this game.
So there you go.
But I did not predict how the energy would flow.
Aston Damas.
No, I'm just telling you, like, this team is on the up. You know? I mean, honestly, I really thought they'd win against Green Bay. I thought they'd take that shot in the arm that they got versus New York.
No, our win against Green Bay
shot
comes
in
in the
today.
playoff.
But this shot, yeah, I like that.
They don't want to know
this
that.
This is the shot in the arm right now.
We're getting the offensive line figured out at the right time, even though Ragnar didn't come
I
back.
honestly think that this is going to be a weird game, though. I think it's going to be a strange, lower-scoring game than everybody predicted. We all thought it would be high-scoring today against the Cowgirls, and it was. 23-20, Lions continue the momentum.
Really?
There it is. Everybody's back, baby. You should be back, too.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
for real.
it better be a Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes suck fest on Woodward Sports, or I'm calling into every show.
Both hands.
Yeah, you guys start gobbling easy, like all the way. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for being a part of the post-game show. Thank you for being a part of Woodward Sports. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it. We're almost to 100,000, and I want that fucking plaque.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.